Hello from gardening at Douentza here in Ireland, and it's October, so it's time to consider overwintering of begonias and calla lilies. Begonias have been really brilliant all summer long, but now they're just looking that little bit tired. These are tuberous begonias, and we're going to deal with overwintering them here in the temperate zone. Right, so with this tuberous begonia, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off the top growth. And yeah, no harm done in that. Let's just put it over the wheelbarrow here so that I can catch the stems as they fall. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is tip it out of the pot and remove all the soil. Now, a lot of people use tuberous begonias as bedding and just discard them each year, but there's no need to do that at all. I really can't stand discarding plants. I love to keep them for the next year, and you know, you can build up quite large plants that way. Right, so we're coming across the tubers here, that hard knobbly bit there. See? So just taking as much soil as I can off. And then what I'm going to do is just leave that on a surface, say for a day, just to make sure it's dried out well. And then I'm going to pop it in a little paper bag and store it indoors. Now, begonias are quite tender, so I like to keep these at the bottom of my wardrobe, where they do perfectly well all year until it's time to plant them up again in spring. And here we have a calla lily that's gone past its best by date. Now, calla lilies are Xanthodecia, but they're the ones with the beautiful speckled leaves and the delicate looking flowers, as opposed to the arum lily, which is also Xanthodecia, but is usually white and is perfectly garden hardy. And now I'm going to do pretty much the same thing with my calla lily. First of all, I'm going to just, well, most of this top growth is already gone, but just cut off whatever is left. This is a lovely one with purple and white flowers called Picasso, one of my favourites. And in it goes there. Now I'm going to empty this into the wheelbarrow. There we go, taking out the label, and then okay, here we go. Now you can see all the roots this is made during the year. And if we look in here, excavating as we go, you can see that there are a lot of these kind of bulbs, just clearing away the soil so we can see them. It's a good idea to actually separate these now before we dry them and store them in the paper bag. And then we've less of a job to do in spring. See how many I have in here? Just wonderful. Right, that's as divided as it can be, you see? Perhaps next year this bit here will divide itself off from the main tuber, but for the moment that's as much divided as it can be. So again, same thing, I'm going to dry this out for a day and store it frost free, well, indoors in my case, paper bag, bottom of the wardrobe, and it'll be right as rain for planting up again in spring. So there you go, that's how we store calla lilies and begonias over winter indoors. Keep them nice and toasty so that we can go again in spring and have beautiful pot displays again. Just one thing to bear in mind is do keep an eye on them over the winter. Every couple of weeks check on them, make sure that there's no mold developing and make sure that they're not rotting, and then everything will be fine. Okay, I hope you found this video interesting, and if you did, please do subscribe and check back for lots more gardening fun. Bye now.